The idea of this Elseworld story has been floating around in Bruce Timm's mind for a couple of years now, and once he got the green light from DC to give it a go, things are looking pretty good. I'm Juan from Cosmic Fury, and on this video I'll be taking a look at this Superman one-shot of Justice League God and Monsters, of which I recently acquired, and do a review at the end. Here's an early warning with spoilers, but if we're all cool, then let's continue. For a number of years now, DC has come up with alternate versions of Superman, both in the main continuity and Elseworld stories. As there are a lot of them, I would like to take this time to give a shout out to Variant Comics, who has done a tremendous job in putting a summary video of various versions of Superman. So if you're on YouTube, do a search and you can't miss it. As of recent months, the Superman we all know in the main continuity is going through a big change. In terms of storytelling and maybe a little bit in the art style, is giving fans somewhat of a mixed feelings. So what does this version have that we don't already know about? Besides having the exact same powers we all know, everything else is completely different. During the time of his technological insemination on Krypton, his father is General Zod instead of Jor-El, but Krypton explodes just the same right after Superman gets flown off. Instead of landing on Smallville, Superman was named Hernan Guerrera, who was raised by poor farmers from Mexico, and adding to that, Hernan has a sister named Valentina. Being brought up in different conditions, truth, justice, and the American way has a different meaning to the Man of Steel. Though he delivers justice like most renditions of Superman, how he goes about it is very totalitarian. How can he not? He's seen so much abuse and injustice his whole life. And at one point, Valentina tells him that the world can be a dark place, and perhaps it takes a man who understands that darkness to make it a better one. Most of the panels are guided by the narratives of Valentina, showing moments of Hernan's rebelliousness and how his life revolves around the love of his family. Valentina is the ever so loving sister, and whenever Hernan needs a comfort from nightmares, she is always by his side. Rosa Maria, the mother with the most unshakable faith, so deep in faith that she believes that God has brought her son from the skies for a reason. And Manuel, a father with a hot temper, but despite his rough exterior, he has a huge heart. And not once has he ever laid hands on his children. He bellowed, he accused, but he always forgave. Throughout the course of this prequel, we see events that shape Hernan in becoming Superman. The work put into the character building is beautiful. It made me care for this rendition, and it gives one of the most simple but yet so down-to-earth Superman origin stories. If you were to watch the animated movie before reading this, you might see Hernan as nothing more than a cold-blooded and villainous version of Superman. But I'm glad in taking Mike's recommendation from Wonderific in reading this one-shot. It has given so much depth to the character. And at this point, Bruce Timm's goal in spreading the series in different mediums are slowly turning into classics. The drawing is good in capturing emotions of anger and self-doubt, but at the same time making readers remember the power of Superman. If you're a fan of Elseworld stories or a fan of Superman in general, I gotta recommend this one. And on that note, I would like to end this video right here. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I'm Juan from Cosmic Fury. Like, comment, and subscribe. Cheers.